hospital. And surgery one. Yeah. Yeah, and 3 days, 5 days. Call the stand and pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to be free, stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Treasurer, if I take roll call, please.
Certainly, roll call, Council President John Hendricks, Vice President Don Pope,
Present.
Council Person Bobby Osborne. Once again, Town Clerk Wayne Lamb is acting as Secretary for the meeting. The minutes were distributed earlier. The only, I wish we will start with tonight. The agenda is in front of you. And that's it.
Has the board had time to look over the utility board meeting minutes for August 12th? Yes. Are there any adjustments or corrections that anybody knows? No, I'll take a motion to. Technically, you made the motion, but I'll say, yeah. Not maybe. I was in favor. Did Jeremy give you his report when he came back? Yeah, that's. All right, so that in mind, let's start with Storm, since we have that time. Dustin, if you'd like to come up.
Yep.
Because they're open bids for stormwater project. Got time to review those bids. Or recommendation letter to the TED or here. The second, or third page, sort of the manipulation that outlines bids for all 7 bidders have received. With the low bid, begin construction amount of $609,810 for expense. Thing, and recommend that they award the project contingent upon over release of funds. I will note, however, that our budget for the project is $56,000. So once we do, we'll have them sit down with them and discuss the piece of the project below the budget so that we can, whether that's challenge up to instructors, challenge high. How far we have to go, what way the project. Anybody have any questions about the bid opening process?
Any question? Oh, on that side of the bid. Any questions for the board?
Well, I do have one.
Yeah.
Now, what, says Benito Construction is not currently qualified. I wonder if they're not pre-qualified.
Yep, so as part of the, I don't remember, it's the Indiana code number there, 413.64-2.5. Any contractor doing work on a public works project which disqualifies in excess of $300,000 has to be pre-qualified through the Indiana Department of Administration, or they can start with the project. They can bid work, they just can't start projects, so they can be awarded the work, they can have everything, get everything going. They just can't put a shovel on the ground until they're on that list. My understanding is you guys are,
I just haven't done very well. I believe it was.
so they, at the time when we had talked about it, they had already applied, but it looks like they have all their paperwork or not paperwork, but it's been approved, so we'll get it printed out, put in our file, but
Okay.
so letter is.
I'm.
How big,
you know,
No, absolutely. We wouldn't let them start work until that was.
Yeah, okay. Good.
Thanks, Mike.
Right.
So you're fine. We've been scrambling to.
Questions?
I guess when you get a chance, you can email them.
Does somebody want to make a motion?
Construction.
Make that contingent upon Oprah release of funds.
We're making it, yeah, Bobby made the motion to bring the bid to the Benito Construction contingent upon those.
Okay. I didn't,
Yeah.
I'll,
Any opposed? All right, moving on for stormwater, since Jeremy is unable to be here tonight. I don't really have anything that I'm aware of for stormwater. Gary, you're aware of it?
They repaired down on the corner, of the street down there, Kelsey. Repair. Mainly. They didn't repair. I don't remember the last one. That's all.
Yeah, I think.
Drove it also.
Any public comment for stormwater before we move on? Seeing none. We will move on to, sewer.
Yeah. Sewer, yeah, the no possible or. Yeah, so.
Rob Skelton, you're aware? Any public comment for sewer? Move on to water.
In water, we've had a couple of repairs. We had one just last week. Well, Glen tank wasn't filling. It was, we thought it was the valve not opening, so Kelsey, Jeremy and I went there and we pulled the valve apart and everything and replaced the solenoid. It was opening. And then, Jeremy and Kelsey, and I think we got the other guys went back in the woods, about a quarter mile back in there. There was a 4-inch main blowing out back there. So it was just robbing all the water. But that's far as system, that's all I have. Want me to go do my report?
Sure.
For the month of August, the plant produced 24,281,500 gallons. The max day was August 11th at 1,320,600 gallons. Minimum day was August 19th at 577,800 gallons, bringing the average production to 784,273 gallons. Portland well drilling arrived last week, pulled the well, and we verified that the well is 125 feet deep, and the pump was originally set because, as far as we know, that well never been pulled. It's set at 119.5 feet, which put it right down in the screen. They finished up the cleaning. They poured down all their stuff today, starting to move it out, and when we put that well back in service, they're estimating we probably raise it 20 to 30 feet with the last pumping test we did as far as the well drawdown and everything. But once we do that, they'll do another drawdown test and pump it, flow test. Verify that we're not gonna suck it down and cavitate the pump and, run it out of water, so. But as of right now, we're not sure. 20 or 30, probably 20 would be enough. That'll get us like 5 to 10 foot above the screen, which would be a lot better than where we was at. I mean, it was only 5.5 foot off the bottom of the actual end of the well. So we were just, and hopefully that'll, that should help our raw water quality come into the plant. Find it as much as far as backwash and hopefully not have the backwash filled every day and stuff like we do run the well. So. And as far as the piping and everything, they're still tearing apart the pump and everything in it, but all the piping and everything looked good. I mean, it wasn't like it was all falling apart or anything. I was out there the whole time they pulled it, so. But hopefully by next meeting, I'll be able to tell exactly where we set it, how it's doing it, so.
Thank you, Gary. Any public comment for water?
Got the proposed contract for the large project, if you want to discuss that now, or
Oh, sure.
we discussed the water project facility. Got a proposed contract here, it's in line with the preliminary report, so everything's the same. Be the same, everything like that, but the biggest issue is we've got Lincolnshire, Woodshire, project with the city of Terre Haute, they're gonna start designing on that very soon. We can go back to water main, be out of the way. Into that area makes it to dump on that, if we plan to that. Hopefully, we can work with city of Terre Haute, plan ahead and make conflict and things like that, and then the other work out here on this and bring that. Very across the river, I think is working off of the state for that whole relocation. That would allow us to start survey, design, get everything going so that we're prepared when those utilities need to be relocated, whether they're going to pay anyone.
Or you need approval on this? You don't need approval on this tonight, are you?
We don't have to, we can wait until next meeting.
Tell me you want to make a decision on this? Should have, you guys make a decision on this tonight or take it next week?
I would like to have, we've got a little time. I agree. I think we need to.
Okay. Motion to table.
I'll make a motion to table it till next meeting, and we'll take care of it.
Okay. So Don makes a motion to table. HCDC. I agree. Bobby seconds. All those in favor? Any opposed? Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
Any other public comment on water? The only thing that I had to bring up is that Jeremy and I were reached out to by the Terre Haute wastewater commission. They are interested in talking about where we see the future of our sewer system being. So we're going to sit down and talk with them. I don't want to make assumptions on what that is about, but I would assume they probably have something in Terre Haute possibly purchase our sewer system. So we'll have more on that later after we talk to them and pull that back and make sure everybody knows kind of what they're wanting to put out there on the table. So, just to make sure that they have their status. Anybody else? Anything for utility from the board? Motion to adjourn the utility board meeting. Okay, Bobby. Don makes a motion, Bobby seconds, all those in favor? Any opposed? Okay. We had time to look over the regular town board meeting minutes for August 12th, 2025. And if so, are there any adjustments or corrections necessary? If so,
If I may,
no, I'll make that motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the meeting with a regular town meeting minutes from last week.
Don makes the motion to accept the minutes as written. Bobby seconds, all those in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. All right. So the only thing that I know of is the project here at 40 Main Street has been delayed another 90 days. So originally that project, the information that we got, that starting, was supposed to have started second. They're gonna have Main Street shut down on the south side of 40 starting first. It'll be shut down for 14 days, no traffic. And they're going to move to the north side. But that has now been delayed for 90 days. So my thought is probably NDOT will start that project probably next year. So they've had some delays with Frontier Communications. Surprising. So they're still waiting for them to move their utilities out of the way before they can start that project. You guys don't understand what that is. Essentially, they're widening the intersection here at 40 Main Street. So that's the only thing that I have. Gary, you have anything you're aware of? Kelsey? Great.
All right. For August, we had 158 calls, third, bring our total up to just 939. Assisted of a 28 call third for other agencies. 12 reports, 8 arrests, 39 citations, 9 written warnings, 5 people were impounded, a little over an ounce of marijuana seized, 2 OWIs. Year-to-date total below those. I'm not going to go through them. Reserve Deputy Hinder started his idly pre-basic. Hope to have it done by October 5th, so he can be a certified police officer in Indiana. This week, also Reserve Hinders will be fitted for a vestibule radar harness. That will not be due until probably money. The only the body worn harnesses are kind of older, but they're still the same system. But I don't know how they will work what we have.